Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katelyn, and today we are continuing the ABC challenge with R for Ryuko from Kill la Kill. So I really like the Kill la Kill series. I know it's kind of a little bit of a iffy series for some people. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but at least for me, I really enjoy it, especially just because Ryuko is so kick-ass, and I really like a lot of the character design and the different costume designs. I really like the series overall. And I know a couple of you are gonna get after me because I said I like the costume design. You're gonna be like, oh, Katelyn, do you like the outfit with her with barely anything on? And I'm like, well, I mean, I get it. You know, a lot of anime do tend to really over-sexualize the women in the show, but I kind of give this one a little bit of leeway because, at least in this show in particular, they're not afraid to sexualize like everyone. So the guys have ridiculous outfits, the girls have ridiculous outfits. It's just, overall, it's just a whole over-sexualized show. And I don't know, I think they weren't taking it super seriously, and I absolutely love it. And I actually really like the concept of the show, and it's actually kind of funny because I always feel like a good show will evoke some type of emotion in you. So, you know, there was funny parts and kind of weird humor parts or whatever, but more so, I never thought that I would have so much feeling for a piece of clothing in my life. Like, I absolutely love Senketsu, and if you guys haven't seen Kill la Kill, Senketsu is the sailor suit that Ryuko wears that gives her her supernatural and amazing powers, and it has a mind of its own. And I absolutely adore his character, and I never knew I would have so many emotions for just a random piece of clothing. So I'm gonna go into spoilers now, so if you haven't seen the show, this is your warning. I'm gonna be talking a little bit about spoilers of Kill la Kill. So specifically, why I had so much feelings, because at the end of the show, Senketsu actually dies, and I never thought I would get so emotional over some clothing, like sacrificing himself for Ryuko, and I was like, that ridiculous, like I can't believe I had so many emotions. And I love his character. I actually have the Kill la Kill backpack of Senketsu, and if any of you are going to RTX, I will be wearing that, so if you see that, that probably is me, but you know, someone else might have the backpack, so don't just like bum rush them. But probably, if you see me at RTX, I will be wearing that backpack. But I absolutely love his character, and I actually really like the character dynamic within the show overall. I really like Ryuko as a character. She's a really kick-ass, strong female character, and I understand that she gets a little, obviously, sexualized based off of the battle armor, quote-unquote, that she wears. But it's kind of interesting how they spin it. Like, you know, sometimes when characters just are given these outfits, like let's take Sailor Moon for example. When the Sailor Scouts got their outfit, they didn't say anything about the clothing, the skirts, or anything like that, but I like that in this show, Ryuko makes a commentary on it right off the get-go and was like, hey, no, this is kind of weird. And it's later explained in the show that, I know this sounds weird and it just sounds like me defending a ridiculous anime, but the whole point was the less clothing you have, the stronger you are. I know. You can get after me all you want. I still really like the show, but either way, it was an interesting thing that she actually kind of threw a fuss about it, because there's some shows that they do that with the characters, but I don't know. I just thought it was fun in this one, and I really like her as a character. She's really kick-ass, and it doesn't take any shit from anyone, and I just love it. I really love those type of characters. If it's not obvious from all my other favorite female characters so far, it's just I really like her and how she handles situations and all that. And I also like the dynamic between her and other characters. So her best friend in the show, her name is Mako, and I'm a pretty big Mako Ryuko shipper. I think it's super cute. But her friend in the show, Mako, is such a quirky and over-the-top character, and Ryoko's kind of the brooding teenager, so I really like the combo of them together. And then Satsuki, which, huge spoiler, so if you haven't seen the show, this is gonna be a big one. Satsuki, who's Ryoko's sister, it was pretty dang cool to see that their personalities were so different and how they kind of interacted with each other. and I guess the rivalry between them in a way. And I don't know. I really like the show. I really like the characters. And I know that this show kind of has like the two extreme fan bases. It has the ones that are like, yeah, this was an awesome show, and the other side of like, you know, it was okay, but they didn't like it for certain reasons or whatever. But I absolutely adore this show. And on top of it, it's animated by Studio Trigger. And Studio Trigger, I would have to say, has some of my favorite animated shows. They know how to do action, and they do it super well. Every single action sequence I've seen from them just kicks ass, especially in Kill la Kill. Like, if you want some really cool action sequences, check this show out. One of my favorite techniques that Trigger uses is when characters or some action is starting to move really, really fast, they push it and make sure you know it's going fast by adding a bunch of speed lines, blurring the outline of the character, blurring the colors, and I just absolutely love that technique. And just overall, you know, the animation style is really fun and quirky. I love how their eyes are constructed in the show. Like, it has these kind of spiky, like, I guess, spikes coming out of the irises or the pupil. It's just this really interesting look. And then I kind of touched on this a little bit, but I really, really also like the costume design for this show. Besides their like battle armor, and I guess you call it battle armor, besides their transformed sailor suit outfits, I really like the costumes for all the characters overall. Ryuko's school uniform, I really like. I love the contrast of the darker bluish gray with the reds. I've always loved the combo of black and red, or a dark color with red. I think it is a really nice combo that pops, and I think it lends well to her character just based on how she's kind of like a broody teen in a way, because she lost her dad and she's like trying to get revenge and kill whoever killed her dad, and her costume reflects that really well. And I really like the design of Satsuki's like more military sailor suit. It looks really slick and clean, and it really lends well to her character and her personality. And then the other students have these really interesting uniforms that have these, I guess you could call them like the star patterns, or like these angular star things. I really like that design that's on the different outfits and how they correlate with those outfits depending on how much power they have and whatnot. And then my favorite thing is the scissor blade. It's so cool that she has this giant half of a scissor for her weapon, and then another spoiler, later on, you know, she has to find the other half of the scissor blade to find who killed her dad since they took it, and then combining the two and just having these two like killer awesome blade swords. I love them. I absolutely love them. Maybe one of these days I'll buy myself a scissor blade and just hang it in the office. I think I'm gonna add that to the list. I would really, really like to own specifically the red scissor blade, but I'll probably have to get the purple one to match it. So overall, I really like how this looks. I am actually really proud of it. I think I gave her a lot of personality and life in her eyes, and I really, really like how this one looks. So thanks you guys so much for stopping by and checking out this video. And if you would like to see more videos of my ABC challenge, I will have a playlist here at the end card. And if you like this, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I have new videos every week, and I would love if you left a comment and told me what your choice would be for your ABC challenge. So thanks again guys for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Bye everybody.